Once again, you want to make sure in this video that you keep an eye out for the giveaway shed. This week I'm going to be giving away this shed. I found it 2 years ago. Nice 5-point. It was an old one. It's chewed up on the tips. And the first person who comments the correct time that this shed is in the video, I will pin the comment in the top of the YouTube video, and you will get the choice between this shed or a free hat. So good luck to everybody watching, and here we go with week 3. And week 3 is off to a horrible start, let me tell you. Last night we hit a deer, got damage all over. Let's hope that that bad luck will be matched with some good luck with sheds this week. First farm we're going to hit, it's a really well managed area. Fingers crossed, I will be shocked if we don't find a shed. It is still early, but I just talked to the landowner. He said he hasn't seen any deer with antlers in a long time. But I'm not gonna get too optimistic because most of the time that I do, that's the time that I don't find much. We will see what week 3 brings. We have to have some good luck to match the bad luck from last night. This one stings. This one stings bad. Absolute stud, but it's from last year. That's killer. Look at that thing. Wow. What a beast. I know that there's really good deer in this area. Don't know much about this deer, but that, my friend, is a hog. And I missed it from last year. Well, it was either me or Emily, but I'm gonna blame it on her. I'm gonna say that this is probably where she was walking because I don't know how I would have missed that. It was early March, I guess. But yeah, it was early March, so he might have still been holding. And I can't believe he's not chewed up more for it being last year's, but he stuck out like a sore thumb here. Just coming back up to walk the edge of this field to head out, and kicked up 2 deer. And I come up under the cedar. Bam. Yes, sir. That one's definitely this year. And it is a cool little find right under the cedar here. How about that? Knew there should have been one close, but. So we're not going home with only old sheds. We got ourselves a new one. I just got the second farm. It's gotten a hell of a lot colder than what it was. And Dad called over. It looks like he's got a deadhead, not a shed. That's not a bad one. Oh damn. I can see a shed out here, and yes sir, it's got to be a decent one because I wouldn't have seen it from this far away if it wasn't decent. So, or at least it's laying in a way it looks decent. So we got one. Here we go. Hey, it's 2 of them. There we go. Bam. Yeah, that is a match set. That's an ugly deer. Cool, that might be an ugly deer. And now we've got 2 sheds going home right here. Kaboom. That brings your total of what today?
4.
3, yeah, 3, 2.
It's an ugly little thing. I can see this one.
How do you know it's matched?
Well, they're right next to each other.
clear. Today's Saturday, February 12th. Just had a cold front move through last night, so it's bitter cold again. Now less than 10 degrees. We are at the home farm. We're gonna go put out some corn and we'll see if we find any sheds. We drove around most of the field edges. It's coming down in on this secluded field where we've got turnips, alfalfa, and winter wheat. Just walking the field edge back out along the winter wheat right here. You can see we've got Egyptian wheat here for a blocker. And I just walked up on one right here. Laying really cool like that. I know exactly what deer that's off of. That is off a young 10 point. That has a lot of potential, so a really cool find. Maybe we'll find his other side as we walk out here. It's freaking cold though. Wow. Technically it's the second farm we're on today, but this is gonna be the first one that we're truly, you know, looking more than just field edges. This is a farm that I got permission to shed hunt this year. Seems like a really good farm based in the aerial. Does look like it has some pasture on it, but the gates are open, which tells me that if there was any livestock in there, it's now out. But this is the first time we're hitting this farm, and we don't have high expectations, but I can already see that there's a lot of beans left right here. Maybe we're in for a good surprise. This looks awesome. I thought a lot of it would be pasture, but it looks like it used to be, and they're letting a lot of it grow up.
I still don't see it.
You see like that white nub right there? See how it's like the white nub?
Oh god, that's way down there.
Well, you gotta have an expert eye like me to...
Yeah.
But we've been walking these field edges. This is actually kind of a tough farm to walk on a day like today because it's just up, down, up, down, up, down. I think we just got the boost that we need. I can see them down here in the timber.
Oh wow, look at that. It's kind of cool. It's like a moose.
What the hell? That is weird.
It looks like a moose.
I have not seen a deer like that before.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Oh my goodness. Talk about palmation. That is a moose. That is legitimately a moose.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. That's a good find. That's a good find. Maybe we'll find his other side, or maybe maybe even better yet, maybe we'll find him from this year. We just split up. Emmy was gonna start walking the field edge, and I was gonna walk down here on the side. And she came right up on one right here. That's fine. Look at that brow tine. That is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is really cool.
Fresh. Looks fresh.
That's gonna be a cool one to see in like the years to come.
Maybe you can go on this other side.
Very cool. You think so?
I don't know, the brow time looks the same.
Yeah, we found the third one today. Oh yeah, I bet it is.
Because look at the brow time.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely the other side. Wow, look at that. Well, maybe there'll be a couple more of these somewhere.
On our way back to the truck.
Never know, that might be a stud in a few years. Well, today's Super Bowl Sunday. Gonna head out, shed hunt a farm that borders up next to public land. It's about a 200-acre farm. It looks like it'd be pretty good. Got permission to shed hunt it this year. Don't have high expectations. We'll see what happens.
Why don't you have high expectations?
It's always good to have low expectations, and then it's always more rewarding when you find something. set the bar low, and then it's easy to walk away happy. But you set it high, and then you walk away frustrated. Still no shed to show for the first hour, but there really should be one. Right now, I'm walking down a south-facing slope. It transitions down off a nice field. You can see that this is absolutely perfect deer habitat. There's a deer bed. Just got exactly what they want, where they can get the wind out of the north, so they can smell from the north, and they can see what's in front of them to the south. They also have the cedars to block the wind. It's absolutely beautiful. There should be a shed in here somewhere. It's just a matter of where. If there's not, it's because something's up, such as us hitting it too early, but we can always come back and do it again. She wanted to go home. She was tired because she was disappointed we haven't found a shed yet. And I was like, well, we gotta walk this bank yet. We haven't checked this bank yet. And well, this is why we don't stop early. Yes, sir. Look at that sucker.
Nice.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Hopefully we can find his other side. Right?
Nice.
Well, we're on the second farm today, and just came up on this one over here. Called Emmy over. This is pretty cool. First time shed hunting this farm, so it's always good to find an old one like that. Definitely not this year. Surprised there isn't more chew marks, considering it's here in the open timber. This is good intel for, you know, what might be in store for this farm. Well, I'm pretty excited because on this farm, the landowner told me that his brother-in-law shot a buck this year in Lake Muzzleloader. He's been hunting here for 5 years, has not shot a buck. And he did shoot one in Lake Muzzleloader this year, but they didn't find it. He said he thought it was a really good hit, but it started to rain. They did grid searches, couldn't find him, and said to keep an eye out. Well, I'm pretty excited because as we cross into these freaking nasty gullies, like you can see right now, I found a buck over here. I'm really hoping this is his brother-in-law's buck. I'd love to be able to give that back to the landowner. It's definitely fresh. It's right over there. Yep, that's got to be the buck his brother shot. He said it was a big 8-point. If that looks like that's what this is, might be a 9, but for how fresh it is, it's got to be the same deer. Well, on the second farm here, only got about an hour of daylight left, and I just found a big old shed right here in the cedar thicket. Look at this sucker. My goodness. Wow, that is a hog. Underneath these cedars, look at that thing. Boom. That is a beast. Pretty fresh. So that is some serious tine length right there. That's pretty big. You know, honestly, with the mass on it, it's got such little mass that I would honestly be willing to bet that's a young deer. When I say young deer, I mean like maybe a 3.5-year-old. That would be one that'd be really cool to see next year. I'm really tickled with today. Got 2 really nice sheds, and that one is some serious tine length. That'll be a tough one to beat. All right, we're gonna look to the other side. We only got a little bit of time left, so otherwise we're gonna have to come back later. And I do know other people shed hunt this, so I don't want to be pissing any time away because I got other plans next weekend where we're gonna shed hunt. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for week 3. Look at this. What a week. Wow. Missed a stud last year. Found a stud on a new farm this year. Found a stud on a new farm this year. Found an old stud on a new farm this year. One of the nice bucks from the home farm. Just an awesome week, and then a bunch of little stuff that's really cool to find. 2 match sets there. And then I was looking at it. You know what's really cool is these two were found on the same farm, and I almost wonder if those two are not the same deer, because this one was from last year. Be a stretch. It would definitely be a stretch, but this doesn't look like an old deer to me, and that would be the type of jump that it would need to have if it is a young deer. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified when we drop more videos. And also, do not forget to keep an eye out for this shed. Remember, because the first person who comments the time that this shed is in the video will get this shed for free, or will get a choice of whatever hat they want from me. So until next time, this one was definitely one for the books, but those are some really gnarly sheds. I don't know if you guys realize that moose lived in Iowa. Look at that. Such a good weekend.